Right here is the spot where we have our camp. I want to take a picture of this thing before we got everything set up in here. There's where Brad washed his hands last year. The washpan are sitting there. And there's the junk. I must get a picture of the famous dune buggy. We couldn't operate without that machine. Come on, most leaving it at home. I couldn't get it started. I had to file the points. And one thing and then two. Well, almost a working man. One of the great white hunters have the utmost confidence in Brad sometimes.
I claim this territory for the king.
Who's king? Any old king. Any old king. Place. That's where we build our fire up and roast the weenies, what have you. Now I got to shut this thing off and get busy and help Brad set camp. This is an after shot. Showed you the before and after. Well, this is after we got our camp up. Well, there's old Frank. He made it down last night about bedtime, 10 o'clock. Brad and I took pictures of the bare spot before we put any tent up or anything yesterday evening. There's where Brad and Franklin slept last night. Brad said his Uncle Franklin was nice to him last night. He didn't break any wind or he didn't snore. You go to breaking wind, it gets a foul odor in there.
I quit that.
Hey, where does Doug park here? Come over here and get me.
There's our wash pan. Up there's the dune buggy all kivered up from the rain.
Boy, didn't it rain.
It did. Wind blew. Put up a sign in Doug's parking area that says parking $10. Doug will be down about midnight tonight probably. Now there's a sign, parking $10. There's my bedroom. Brad's tent back in there. We're going down to Bradleyville to get a globe for Franklin's lantern. It blew off the table last night and broke the globe on it. My battery sign's flashing on my camera. I'll have to charge that dude up when I get back. We're going to Bradleyville. We're up at the old Phillips farm, and this is the old log barn that's on the Phillips place. We're going to zero in Doug's gun.
Barbara Joe Pelham's mother's place.
It's Barbara Joe Pelham's mother's place. There's Brad down there tacking up a target on the old big cedar tree.
Well, I need more nails.
Yeah, you need 2 or 3 nails.
Place. It's fallen in. Bad shape. Frank and I was up here about 2 years ago, and there's a bunch of thugs living in the back one part of it. Boy.
Had a mean pit bull.
And I had a mean pit bulldog out there. Wonder that thing hadn't tackled us. Motormaster out cutting the weeds off so he could see the target. He got his horse collar on.
That's really using your head.
Here's some of the old outbuildings of this place. Boy, boy. Talk about a mess. There's the front door, front gate post.
man in the road. That's okay though, you know.
Well, Mike and Travis made it down. They're going to go out and put up a tree stand. Some more of the great white hunters. Confidence in this bunch, in this safari. It's his bedroom on wheels. Brad and his Uncle Franklin working on lanterns. They still don't have any to work. Father and son duo. There's Doug's pickup. He made it down about midnight. There's Barry's. He got down here, I don't know what time, somewhere around 11. Mike Robinson's van. They're all out hunting this morning. The great white hunters. And there's the cook tent. The loafing tent. That's where everybody sits around and tells lies and loafs. Now, I wouldn't say they lied, they just kind of stretched the truth here and there. There's Mo's rig. Barry, he's gone out on the dune buggy. He and Mike Robinson and Travis. Mama, there's your little car sitting in the woods. There's John's pickup back there. Quite a deal here. Doug, he's asleep yet in the truck. He's not out and among Brad and Mike's tent. They slept together back there last night. That's behind the loafer's tent. I keep calling that a loafer's tent. That's a high-class safari tent. Great white hunters in on the infamous dune buggy. And I do believe they have some game aboard. I told you I had the utmost confidence in this group. Well, who does he belong to, Frank?
Mike.
There's the champion hunter.
I got there too late.
Great white doe.
Oh, brother.
That's Mike Robinson's little doe.
Yep.
Nice looking doe. Get a back shot. That's, by the way, that's what we use the dune buggy for. We just don't ride around for pleasure. Well, that's a working machine. There's Barry. He's going to operate on that thing. There's John. He just got up.
Yeah. And nobody woke me up.
Boys cutting the stink bags off of the doe.
I still think it's because there's nobody down below.
Yeah, that's it. There's the boys looking over Doug's. They're looking over Mike's drawings. Hunters having lunch after the famous kill. Oh, those squirrel.
Go down in there. Okay. And once you hit my stand, just go to the right.
There's father and son getting it all lined out.
But there's another draw.
Brad and Mike are going down to the farm.
You can see off down over the hill here and stuff. You can see all around. There's a dead tree that.
I don't want trash though.
Okay, now
So it's not all the way down, but it's just leaning.
There's main head honcho of the safari. The boys draining the mud hole after the big rain. That's the foreman right there with the pickmatic in his hand. Boys looking for persimmon sprouts. There he is, the road supervisor showing the younger boys how it's done.
Street superintendent of Chigger Gulch.
Yeah, that's street superintendent of Chigger Gulch. Cousin Mo. There's one of the younger ones there with a shovel in his hand. He looked at how that shovel handle's bent and leaning on him. He's really taking interest, I can tell.
Irrigating the rice paddy.
Irrigating the rice paddies down below. Look how big that old mud hole is.
I think we just should fill it up with leaves.
Yeah, they sure did. Yeah. Yep. And sure enough, one person would be.
The only problem, they got the wrong color.
It'd be using the tool, and about 3 others would be leaning against it. And on the tool, watching. Mm-hmm.
It shows you how big this old mud hole is here. Street superintendent at Chigger Gulch. Get a shot of the encampment. There's the dune buggy. We got it covered up so it wouldn't get deluged. Mold rig.
The address of this place is 201 Chigger Gulch.
It's just over the fence.
One gone.
Yeah, one gone.
I asked him if he'd shot it. He said he apparently sold it.
There is a fish pond in front of the dune buggy. It has rained 3 days and nights. And there's a trout pond in our driveway. And there's Doug.
Getting ready to go fishing.
This is a loblolly down here. This has been miserable, folks, miserable. The old tent is dry. We got the big awning over it. Address 201 Chigger Gulch. All right, folks, this is road numbers, names, and numbers, Manning Road and Chigger Gulch. You thought I was kidding when I filmed that on that cardboard, but that is Chigger Gulch, 201. This is 201 here, and we're what, Doug?
It's be the 100 block.
Yeah, this is 100 block, and we're in the 200 block. This is 101 here. We cross the fence, go through the gap while you're in 201. Don't forget, folks, send all your contributions to 201 Chigger Gulch. Flood damage.
We're in desperate need.
Yes, we need to bail out. Okay, this is Chigger Gulch. This is where we live. Don't forget, this is instant replay, folks. This is 201 Chigger Gulch. Send all your flood contributions immediately. We're in desperate need. You're filming because your red light's on.
Now, doesn't that look like a poor, desperate, flooded man, man that's flooded?
A victim of the floods.
Look, he's even wearing high waters.
Okay. You're still filming. punch the red button again. Subdivision started here in Chicker Gulch. There's one of the contractors there.
Certified land surveyor.
And there's one of the street crew. He's come to check out the drainage situation.
Nelson, right
And-
here's.
And there's another one of the construction crew.
Hey, Nelson, here's something your shearers can get.
This is Chicker Gulch subdivision. Population 10 in season. There's a head engineer running the clippers. My battery sign's flashing, Doug. Got the street department of Chicker Gulch working here, just cutting down a big old tree there in the neighbor's yard. There's one of the street hands there. I think that's the head man of the street department. There's the main chef. He's the one that taught Chef Boyardee everything he knows. The reason Chef Boyardee went out of business. Better known as Cousin Mo. Deer season 1994. Rig. There's Richard's rig. That's where he's going to sleep tonight, I guess. And there's Cousin Mo's rig. The infamous dune buggy. To get the fire started, we're going to roast the hind leg of a moose. There's Frank's, and there's a gathering hall. Deer season 1994. There's a couple of the infamous hunters standing around the fire.
Big safari hunter.
Yeah.
Five after 9, they done
That Mike's bedroom, Mo's bedroom, and oh, there's the dune buggy. There's Mo, he's going out and looking at a bucket. He's doing a little camp chores, sweeping off the porch, the veranda.
Next is the gazebo.
Yeah, next to the gazebo. First opening day of deer season 1994, and these poor deer don't know what they're up against. To have a fine group of outstanding white hunters collected in one wad. For the white hunters, waiting for the deer to come into camp.
Only place to find them.
not even done out.
There's Jim's bedroom on a trailer. Barry's father-in-law, Mike Robinson's bedroom. Came in from the north, Kansas City. Cousin Mo said Doug couldn't hunt very well. He was weak. Just been married 2 weeks. Barry's aggravating Scott.
Remember when Barry used to be the skinny one out of the game?
Take it down, not up. Bring it down, leave it.
Barry's telling a big story on his Uncle Franklin. Fine, did you ever see such a group of fine, outstanding hunters in one collection? These poor deer don't know, they don't stand a chance. There goes the great white hunters. The deer do not stand a chance whatsoever. On the infamous dune buggy. We're going to look for wounded deer that Franklin wounded this morning. Barry's the chief tracker. They're lost already. The famous white hunters. Father and son. Son's getting ready to hit the trail. And there's the lieutenant of the outfit. We're all at a loss. It's white hunters.
Our lieutenant hadn't done a very good job of
Leading us.
leading us. We have no casualties.
Been against the commies, not the deer.
Bottle washer.
No, I'm just backup cook this year.
He just said he's a backup cook this year. He had to watch it or he'd be up in front.
Yeah.
Left the tent in a mess, and the backup cook had to clean up the grease pit. That's what a deer's supposed to look like, boys, on the infamous dune buggy.
And then I'm the one that drug it up the hill.
I gutted it, and boy, it left whelps on my arms for some reason.
Did bone get into you? I say, here, let's get it out of here before it bleeds anymore on this buggy.
Just barely got the lungs, didn't he?
Yep. He's got one that's ready to give it up. Does anybody have one? I think Mo said he did. I don't know. Bears over there breaking out or something. Buck fever.
There's more bull and deer shot right there than there is anywhere in these woods. The old silver bullet. Two of the famous white hunters there overlooking the game. Forced the deer out. We'll dump the blood out of the cavity.
What are we gonna do with it?
The boys are going to hang the deer up. Chicker Gulch street crew been draining the mud holes again at 201 Chicker Gulch. Go to the house. Look out, Mama, he's on his way home. He's building up a fire here to keep the crew warm. All the main group, they've left, but the main trophy hunters are the only ones here. Putting up the tent. I think that's foreman of the job right there. Now we're down here to deer hunt again this year. The poor deer, I just feel sorry for them. Boy, the wind's really whipping today. Chicker Gulch Contracting Company. We're trying to get our tent up. Barry, he's going to call Mike Robinson, find out how to get it up. We got some pipe here we don't know about.
The head contractor.
Yeah, the head contractor got all balled up. Chicker Gulch Construction Company. Bedroom. There's Mo's rig. There's a very nice rig. The fireplace without the fire. The inside of this tent here. This is our home away from home. Deer hunter special. Camp can't get a deer. There's where Mo's gonna sleep, only he's gonna put him a mattress on it. That's our table for whatever. It's deer season 1995, and there's where Richard's gonna sleep. They're gonna attempt to. And there's the stove. That's Chef Boyardee special. In famous dune buggy. Hauls back all the deer that we kill. It don't haul, so it isn't overworked. The shot of that rig, you don't see very many like that. Great white hunters, about 2 days before season. I pity the poor deer. Boyardee in there doing his thing. Get a shot of the tent here. Yeah, they're looking over Mo's camera there. Richard's camera. Looking it all over. That hat Richard's got on. Here on a Friday, we still got our bonfire. It's so windy and so many leaves we can't build a fire. Yeah, set the whole countryside on fire. Yeah. Oh, going to get a picture of the man taking a picture.
I work with the battery system.
Again, it's garage. That's a portable garage. Room. There's Richard's rig. He slept in the tent last night, him and Mo. There's Frank's bedroom. Oop, got my picture taken.
Yeah, I got her that time.
There's Cousin Mo, one of the great white hunters. And there's our tent. We're going to have to reposition our patio cover. Morning he's making blueberry muffins. Oldsmobile 79. Pretty slick old car. I don't know how long he'll keep it. Not very long, probably. We'll grill pork chops. Boy, boy, you talk about good. We're going to have turkey and dressing and potatoes tomorrow for dinner. Richard's going to do the honors of fixing the turkey. There's Barry's rig. This shot of the hills back in here. We're up here on the road where we come into camp. There's a lot of leaves on the trees this year. You don't see that very often. Moved a little bit here. I want to try to bring some of that in. This is beautiful. Doesn't get any better than this. Isn't that beautiful? God's beautiful world. Oh, that's beautiful. Now we hunt back in there, right down in there, and all back through here, back over in there. There's a farm right back in there that you can't see it from up here, but there's some clearings in there, and we most usually get deer right back in there. Hornet? Well, I'm glad you warped me, Barry. Better make that your last time. I'm getting a shot of the Moe's tollet. He put up his tollet out here. Even if it rains, you can go out and take a, well, whatever, and not get wet. Portable porta potty. Yes. I'm glad he got his britches up instead of down. How you like that centerpiece on there? Oh, that now you talk about getting modern.
Need a light.
Yeah, need a light out here. Might have to hang a lantern out here.
Yeah.
We can do that. We got enough lanterns.
Yeah, that's all right.
Up, pull your britches up, Mo.
Man, needs a two-holer.
Yeah, I need a two-holer in case two of us get a pain at once.
Yeah, they'd be fighting over that one.
Throw the big eye on this porta potty here.
You need it.
Got a 5-gallon bucket with a plastic liner in it. He's already demonstrated it for me.
Oh, boy. Oh, brother.
There's Barry and Uncle Richard back there. Didn't bring any sugar. Daggone it.
I was going to bring some. I thought,
Got the chief lantern mechanic working here this morning. As you know, our electric down here is kind of limited. Mo didn't pay the bill. They shut our electric off.
get the juice off.
There's a cook over there. He's doing his dishes up.
Doing Barry's dishes.
Yeah, Barry, he's assistant cook. He's supposed to help do that. He's off gallivanting around. He'll have that lantern purring like a kitten before it's over. They're just snorting like a mad bull.
Damn that stuff. I ain't two on the ground.
That's the cook there. He keep track of his cups. The wind blows them around.
Like an old dog circling that chair trying to find a place to shit. 2 or 3 laps around the circle in the yard, you know.
Yeah.
Chicken. Yeah,
Big, old growing chick.
yeah. He's going to debone that dude.
It's called a broaster, right? Or-
Yeah, that's a broaster.
That's an American chicken.
There's Brad and his brother-in-law Mike setting up their tent. 2 new arrivals, great white hunters. Yeah, we'll find out. The deer's probably off out there in the brush laughing at all of us. 86 Ford Club Cab, 3/4 ton. Nice truck. Potatoes.
Chef Boyardee.
Yeah, in person. Now, what deer camp has a chef like that? Not very many would want them, I guess. Barry with his Model 12 shotgun. They're going to do a little shooting. Brad's airing up the air mattress. Have a air bed tonight. Here's the older bunch here. I don't know what they're doing. Talking about their aches and pains, I guess.
Termite's sharpening his teeth. He's gonna jump on that.
To record this is over our wash stand. There's the mirror. Oh, who's that guy with the camera? My goodness, what a handsome dude. There's the wash stand. Big, nice, flat rock. Getting ready to go into action the way it looks. Termite at work. Timber!
A perfect spell.
That termite's really working on it. It's Frank's tree trimming service. White hunters just resting. Four great hunters just arriving. Poor deer don't know what they're in for. Hunter's in his camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's sharpening that old Skinner. He's sharpening up his knife.
Get ready for this big skinner.
Yeah.
Get to smell that food by sitting there with them. Down there on 65.
That's Jim's hangout. Get a picture of these great white hunters just rolled in. Outdoor John mows insulating it with leaves. Said you wanted to be comfortable when it was in use. He's the head engineer here in the Chigger Gulch Construction Company on outdoor crappers. Honest John's used car lot. Honest John's used car lot. Group of the great white hunters, they're off to themselves. They're being the individuals. They won't associate with the older group. Picture the camp this morning after the big snow and tornado. Oh, put there's a tornado drying his sleeping bag. He went out early this morning and froze out. Well, there's just a little tailwind there. Done, rig. Uh-oh, it's thundering. There's the old tent. Richard's in there baking the turkey.
Opening deer season, 1995.
There's Dishonest John's car lot. There's Scott's rig. There's Brad's rig. And now there's a rig of rigs right there. It's rigged. The old dune buggy. Front of camp. That's the hole of no return. You get off in there and you don't return. Chef Bodardee in there fixing the turkey for this afternoon. Well, there's the outdoor John. It didn't blow down last night. Mike's tent. It's like up in the Colorado mountain hunting. All this snow. Mo, I think a cup of coffee's in order. God, he's hanging his laundry out this morning. Kind of got damp last night in a tornado. Looked like Dishonest John's car lot. Oh, it's there's Dishonest John himself. Little 30-30 there. sitting by the fire toasting his shins. He's a deer hunter. Looks like Grandma Moses lives here, hanging the clothes, bed clothes out on the tree limbs. Kind of got damp.
Capper. Run some water on.
There's the main chest right there. Got that turkey in that high-priced stove there.
Yeah.
That's one of the assistants, Dishonest John. Got to get a picture of the great white hunters out here eating their lunch. That's turkey and dressing, and boiled potatoes in deer camp.
Green beans.
And green beans and cherry pie. Yep.
Hey, get me, boy.
All right, got you.
This turkey leg here.
Yeah, that's what Frank does best, right there.
Pick it up with your hand.
Yeah, man.
Look at that.
Yeah. There's what's left of the bird after the vultures got through with it. Yeah. Boy, that was good. I mean, excellent. Larry and Jane came down. They're cleaning up the camp, or Judy is, stomping Franklin's cans.
Jane's trying to potty out there and Larry's trying to film her.
Larry? Jane's trying out the outdoor John.
Jane, you told me you weren't going to do that. Kind of scoot over to the side. Larry was trying to get me on video. Well, that turkey, that's not very nice of him. Just did it, wee-wee. You mean you didn't try?
Roasting marshmallows. Had to come all the way to Deerwood to roast marshmallows. Jane's gonna roast her marshmallows.
Yeah, we're gonna let the weenies go. I'd rather have marshmallows. Out. I like mine burned. Keep going, wait, eat marshmallows. It's too hot, Daddy.
Good.
Whee! Tastes like the fire.
Please, just arrived.
I tell you what, they're gonna go, they got a circle drive.
Yeah, we got a circle drive in this camp.
And they back yeah, they were building seats.
I got cushions for the back seat too.
Yeah. There you go. Here goes Granny Clappy. Granny Clappy, not everything.
Well, there's Barry skinning his deer this morning. Got a deer in camp. Gonna dissect him. This little deer down at the farm down to Rome.
Oh, just shoot us a video on how to skin a deer.
Yeah, shoot a video here on how to skin a deer. Franklin and I hung one of mine, well, that big one I got down here. We hung it in my barn and skinned it.
Just get one of Franklin's in Dad's garage.
My battery sign's flashing. It'll go down after a while. I'll have to start my pickup and charge it. Model 70 I got last year. 30-06. There's Barry's new 30-06. What model is it, Barry? Huh? 670. It's a 670 Winchester, and mine's a Model 70 Winchester. Moving right along here, taking the old deer's winter coat off of him. Barry, I'm gonna get my gun and go up here at the top of the hill at the road sign. That's not the dune buggy, is it? Now Barry's about to get him all carved down. Not much of the poor old feller left. It's what you call picking the bones clean. There ain't much of the old boy left. Right there he is in the cooler. There's Scott, little doe. Barry's gonna take her skirt off of her. Got those over on the farm this morning. Little doe. He got her coming into camp.
Standing right up the road. They come running out.
Well, that's 3 that's been taken. Back to camp after coming from the farm, he and Scott.
Looked like there was like a little trail.
Jim's gonna take his britches off.
We're gonna have a coyote shoot tonight.
We're sitting there eating his dinner. The old mo-
I thought they went over there.
Camp can't get a deer.
He doesn't got.
Gonna have to change the name of the camp, Barry. Brad's first deer, little doe.
Facing the road.
Shoot a deer.
But you shot it from the other side. It had to be. If her head was faced this way, then the other side was the side.
They're trying to decide which way it turned
If she
when he
was,
shot it.
well, she faced the way that she was.
Yeah, sit down till dark.
Spreading the line, man. You shoot, because we're gonna go down straight that river.
Yeah.
Look at there. Brad's first deer. That's a dandy little doe. That is a dandy.
Come here, I'll show you something. You take these things up.
I have to show this to them.
Yeah.
And here's the dog teeth.
Come here, I'll show you something.
Got dog ticks on it.
Dog ticked.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll take
Deer number 4.
one. Set a record.
Yeah. Can't kill a deer's coming. Can't kill a deer's come to life. But Brad, he's striking camp, trying to. They've had that tent on its side, on its top. There's his helper, Mike.
That's a little less painful than sitting in a stand for 5 hours.
I was telling,
I've
we'd
done.
already seen 9 deer there just a few days ago.
Boys are getting ready to go to the house
Jim
today.
sat there, won that one spot and killed 5 deer, never moved. Just boom, boom. Told the boy, said, "God, what are you doing?" He said, "Tag them." Yeah, 5.
Get a picture of the old tent here. We're going to go home tomorrow, the whole works.
If you're gonna, you know, in the summertime, I
He
guess.
said they was
It's all right.
out.
Boys has finally got the tent flat. They got to get the poles out of it now.
Those poles were in there whenever you.
Yeah.
There's Scott and Jim. They just got back in from the farm. They said they didn't see nothing.
I told him to turn that thing over and zip it up, and he ain't gonna do it.
Like Barry.
I guess he must be raising his hand up this morning and smelled it. And he took off, and I reared around there.
Right in the middle of the whole tent.
I popped up and put that gun up like that, and he went off in the brush. Were they in the
There goes the great white hunters. There they go. The deer don't know what they're in for. White hunters returning from the trip, but I don't see any deer. There's a bunch of deers on there. I don't know who that old mountain man is riding in the passenger side.
Taxi! Taxi!
Taxi! Cousin Mo come back down today to give the boys a lesson on deer hunting.
Yeah, they're trying to get me to shoot that one laying down there.
Cousin Mo, the chief engineer of the outdoor toilets, just now tore down the toilet.
Where's the evidence?
He just threw the evidence over the hill. That just tore down the outdoor privy.
I thought I heard that old cow, and I thought, well, it sounded more like a damn bull. And I thought, shit, there ain't no cattle in here.
No.
And I got to figuring out his Jim over there snoring.
Oh, shoot.
Said, go.
Well, the sun's coming down on the tent. Richard's in there boiling potatoes for breakfast.
Now, me, I gotta take that awning off of that. Get a little dab of it here, a little dab there. Had to come down there.
There's a dune buggy in the garage. Chigger Gulch's construction crew didn't drain the mud hole this year.
Back off in there and they
Well, we're about to strike camp here. Mo's tearing the awning down. I figured out whether Mo's construction or destruction crew. Well,
Get them damn rocks out from under that.
tent is collapsed. Mo tore down the outdoor privy, so we had to bust up camp.
There's a dish pan, too, on that tree.
Yeah, that's my dish pan. I'll get a shot of it in case we forget it. Well, there's where the tent used to be.
Yeah, it's boiling. Look at it, though. boil.
Yeah, he'd roast a pig. Yeah, Jason poured the water on the fire. I know we got to go home now. 21 degrees this morning and no fire. And frost was on the pumpkin. Well, there's the tent. She's flat.
Last time you put it up, what did that? Absolutely, yeah. But it was yeah.
That's the destruction crew there. Chicker Gulch construction and destruction crew. That's the remains of the camp. Kind of slim pickings.
He insulated the walls there, see? I bet that was comfortable.
Jim and Jason stayed and helped us tear down. I'm glad of that. 10 on the dune buggy. Boys trying to get the tent wadded up. Jason's mashing air out of the tent. Thank you, Jason. Got the dune buggy running just in case you wonder what that noise is. Got her in the bag.
Get over it, Dick.
The what?
Darlings?
The darlings.
Yeah, on the Andy Griffith show when they all come to town.
Oh yeah.
How are you boys? They don't say a word.
Here he's getting the stumps out of our tent floor for next year.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know you have.
There's the remains of Moe's outdoor privy. And the stool set right there. Into the outdoor privy. Of the privy. Oh boy, dirty. I'll clean her up when I get her home though. There's Frank's Ford. We're going down to Bertles and give her her Christmas present in November. There's the fireplace. There's a few stacks of wood there. They probably won't be there when we get back next year. There's the boys talking it over. The Great White Hunters. There's our wood we had left over. Jim brought it down. The old fireplace.
Did that thing give you the day and the date on that thing?
Yep.
Good.
This is where Bertle Manning lives. We've got her on film before, but I want to get a shot of this. We're in November. Franklin's out doing necessary chores this morning. Have to run him up close. waiting on Gabe's coat. We're hooked up. Hope we have a safe trip home. Frank and I didn't get any deer. Jim didn't get one. The old men didn't score this year.
Just the young buck.
Yeah, just the young bucks. It's worth it all to see those boys get the deer.
Well, he still don't look any better.
Oh, well, I don't look any better no matter what.
I don't even know who that old man is.
Two first-timers got their deer this year. Got 4 deer in the camp this year.
Yeah, this is a beautiful morning now. 21 degrees this morning. We're leaving here probably it's 35 or 8. That's the old man, the head head chef, you name it, of the camp right there.
Candy bar wrappers in the floor.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope it came out, but it looked kind of.
And it's got a bunch of streaks across it.
Yeah, he did. And he has to get in the picture. He's a senior citizen of the escapade.
Yeah.
The great white hunters. They're far and few between anymore.
Oh, you got that right. Old Ralph keeps us lined out. Ralph Babb. He's gone now. Frank and I have to keep everything lined out.
Yeah, Richard's the head chef. And a good one.
Yeah, we did. Some of the best turkey you ever ate in your life.
Exactly. Cooked right in his oven down here. Goodbye, see you next year.
Right.
Oh, I don't know, is that on
See,
pause?
it's still record.
Oh, okay.
It's still on record. In action. This is deer hunt country. In action, folks. Down here, he just traded for it yesterday and brought it down here in the mud and the crud deer hunting. 93 Dodge 4x4. It's a pretty rig. Proud of it for the boy. 1996, November the 15th, the day before deer season. And there is some of the most outstanding hunters that can be had in the state of Missouri. They're discussing their strategy. I think the deer might be eavesdropping on them. That's where everything is shot in there, mostly bull. There's more bull shot right in there than there is anywhere else. That's our bedrooms. Yeah. Here's living proof that the termite does work when he comes down here. He got his saw log under one arm and chainsaw in the other. Well, I'm going to turn this into conservation.
That's a John Surratt too, buddy.
Yeah, I got a John Shred weed eater.
Tag the log. Let's skin it. Yeah.
Yeah, put a tag on that log and skin it.
More. Huh?
I said you was eyeballing it last.
Yeah, I was. I said he'd come down next, didn't I? But it, I don't know.
My old circus feather's still sticking in that limb there.
He sure is.
Magnificent bunch of deer hunters. My goodness. Barry calls that one Creek and that one Crack. Creek and Crack.
One of them's on creek, one of the other one's crack. That ain't no joke.
Yeah.
Richard said he could remember when he was young like that once too.
Yeah.
Mo, we just call him. Cousin Mo. There's more bull shot here in camp than there is deer shot in the woods, I guarantee you. Richard's sowing sunflower seeds down here at the deer camp.
Them chicks, they've got salt for deer too, they say.
Yeah.
Alfalfa flavored and
Is that?
apple flavored.
I'll be.
He's throwing that throwing them sunflower seeds out there for, they're gonna have sunflowers down here for the birds.
The chickens.
Yeah, the chickens, feeding these chickens. Yeah.
That's them black field chickens.
Yeah. That's right. They old crow.
Yeah, crows.
I bet there'll be some of them
You
Oh,
take
yeah.
the ashes out of here? Exactly.
There's our water faucet. Think there's something wrong with it. I'll be darned. I think maybe it's probably froze up, boys. Buggy. This is deer season, deer hunting at Chigger Gulch 201, Chigger Gulch Terrace, 1996.
Right here? Yeah, just be careful.
Now you're going to dig out the water pipe first to see if it's...
It's about 6 inches deep. You got to swing it.
You're going to dig out the water pipe to see if it's froze up.
I found it.
No, I don't think so.
I see something copper
Huh?
right there.
No, that's a piece of brick or something. Careful. Come back this way a little bit now.
This way?
Yeah. Yeah. Got to get down underneath that. I think it's a brick or rock.
Boys, we may have to go to Bradleyville for water.
If we don't get this broken pipe fixed, we will.
It's not very muddy there. That's where it's not.
Well, no, I think it is.
Barry, turn that thing, see if we can get any water out of it again.
You're down about 3 inches.
Did you get a little bit out of it, Barry?
A little bit there?
Frank?
You don't think so? You know, you
It,
never
it's
know.
probably froze up.
You just have to let it thaw out now.
Yeah.
Just get all that dirt back in that hole there. As much as you can.
This is 201 Chigger Gulch Terrace. We got a water problem. Just over the fence here. 201.
Okay. Yeah, we knocked the mud off that thing.
Brad, don't you imagine that's just froze up?
Yeah, it could be.
There's one of the infamous deer hunters. He's resting. I think he went to sleep this morning.
Oh boy.
Did you come down from Kansas City with John?
He came with Grant from Joplin.
Oh, okay.
That's David.
Thing's awesome, man.
That's Eric. He's from California. He lives with John. He's John's buddy. They work together.
And I lit that thing when we first went out there this morning. It's still warm.
You'd be scared to carry it. What's in there, gunpowder?
There's some more of the infamous deer hunters. There's Magic Chef leaning on the tailgate of the pickup. That's Magic Chef. Fire. Come in, they've been a road hunt. Said they didn't see anything. By the way, we just got the old dune buggy unstuck. Franklin had 2 boys with him. Had that thing buried so deep the front axle was pushing the mud.
Yeah.
You didn't see a thing, Scott?
See any rain? Nope.
Get a side shot of the privy. I want to go around the front and get a shot. I'm going to have to tie that corner of the tarp down on the privy so the cold air won't come up and get you. That was Barry and Richard's idea, this privy. Richard had the stool lid and I built the box. Barry told me how. Well, I'm going to tie my tarp down on the corner. A group of magnificent deer hunters. My, what a group of deer hunters. The bedrooms, the bedrooms, bedrooms. There's Mo, he's staking down the tent again. This is opening day of deer season, Saturday, the 16th. There's an old boy looking for something to eat in there. Who is that? I believe that's Frank. Yeah.
Slick meat, boy, slick.
Yeah, sick him, baloney. Oh, baloney.
Rich, you guys want a sandwich?
That's our tent. That's a cook tent. That's a new Dodge pickup, 93 extended cab truck here. All the hunters had gathered around it a while ago. That's Dodge 4x4. He just got it Friday. No, Thursday. Thursday, I'm sorry. There's Jim and Jason's layout. Dodge. That is a honey. Pretty truck. There's front of Jim's Ford. He pulled a dune buggy out of a big mud hole. Frank had the old dune buggy stuck before the front axle was plowing the dirt, the mud. Get a shot of this encampment here. Let there be a light in your life.
That cinnamon raisin's awful good.
That's Sarah Joe's.
Good.
She's a good little cook. Down there around that far, I've got a feeling it's bull. Been a lot of bull shot right down there. It's deer by lantern light tonight. How many points is he, Barry?
Dad said he was probably about a 8, but 2 things are broke off.
He's been a fighting. He's got some antlers broke.
Yes, better ones tomorrow.
And this tent or not, it's pretty dimly lit. There's a hooded bandit.
Leave me some light there.
I got this thing on, and I'm sure it's not taking pictures because I can't see what I'm looking at, but the girls did come down.
Yeah, it is working.
Alice and Judy gave us last minute instructions
On how to boil potatoes.
on how to boil potatoes.
Oh man.
It's too
There's some blinking.
Yeah, it's on.
You see
I'm gonna do this again. The girls are here, and they gave us instruction on how to cook potatoes.
Get Judy. Yeah, and we ate them all. I'm gonna get some more too here in a minute.
Get a picture of Jason's deer, what's left of him, the carcass. Shot that little dude late yesterday evening. Tried to get a picture of him last night. I don't know if he'd been good or not. Yeah, he'd been a fighting. That'd teach him to get rowdy. Big storm and flood last night. This is getting to be a habit down here. Storm and trying to flood you out. What, Frank, for the last what, 3 years?
3 years.
In a row.
Yeah.
I wonder if Archie'd be home.
Yeah, and he wants us to come see him too. You and I'll run over and see him.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Private property on the other side, but in an open field over there. I mean, we generally have cattle over there.
Get a picture of Frank giving the boys instructions here. Oh, Frank, tell them about that dadgone thing.
About the water?
Yeah.
It thawed out last night, and it runs to daggone much water. You can see how much is left, flooded, and we had to go up to the corner and turn the valve off, get it shut off. There's a broken line in there someplace. Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah. It thawed out. You know, I mean.
I guess that fire, we figured this fire here blowing over there last night
Yeah.
might have thawed it out some.
It up enough to
Huh.
thaw it out. Yeah.
I'm surprised that tent's still standing there and as much wind you guys had
Yeah.
last night.
Yeah. It, well,
There's one of the great hunters getting his stuff together. What is stuff? Some of the vehicles here at the camp. There's John's little Toyota. And one of the great white hunters. And more bull shot right around this campfire than there is deer shot in the woods. Like to come down here sometime hunting and that thing be dry. I had to shave this morning, brush my teeth and all of that good stuff. Feel better. Very nice bedroom, Franklin's bedroom. Boys won't sleep with Frank. Breaks too much air at night.
hey, come on.
Decide this bad on your health.
Yeah.
Highly flammable.
Yeah. Oh goodness.
Sun's finally coming out down here. There's Scott Pickup. He's been sleeping in the seat of that thing. I don't see how he does, long-legged as he is. It's a dune buggy here. It's Monday morning, deer camp. We're getting ready to head out today. We're going to strike camp about noon. Boys are going to hunt till noon. Then we're going to strike camp and go home to the comforts of home. Come a deluge and another storm on us down here Saturday night. Get a picture of the shot of the vehicles. There's the tent this morning. Boys are in there eating breakfast. There's Jason. Is that the milk jug?
Yeah.
That didn't last long, did it? Game hunters are now leaving the camp on the infamous dune buggy. Look out, dear, here they come. Oh boy. This dune buggy. The old dune buggy's got new points plug condenser, distributor cap, coil assist, and new mufflers. Well, what'd you see, boys? What the little boy shot at?
Here, Barry, I can't do it. Dry haul.
Dry haul. That's what I had too.
They go back there and shoot off a few rounds and go home.
I started tearing down a little bit and got some stuff loaded. It's all over with.
That ain't fair, Leroy.
Yeah. We had a good ride yesterday though, didn't we, Frank?
Yep.
I enjoyed that.
Yep.
Was not worth a flip, either one of them. I'll take that back. I guess they are. Brad and his new truck, his new toy. Every man's got to have a toy. The only difference between a man and a boy is the price of his toys.
That's right.
Got a nice truck there, Brad, and I'm sure it'll give you a lot of years of good service. Just take care of it.
Yep.
Out of the Chigger Gulch Waterworks. Grant tried to dig out the frozen water line, but he didn't have any luck. Poor kid. He didn't know the difference.
Well, but they come up along that fence up from Burtle. And they follow that fence around there. Huh? That's what I mean. Well, they follow that fence roll there along the...
We're getting tearing down camp, getting ready to vacate the premises till next year. This is Chigger Gulch. 201 Chigger Gulch. Population about 15 in season. Old Huldy there, she loaded down. That one's loaded down. Barry's loaded down. Loaded down. Now the trucks are loaded down. The boys are not loaded. There's Jace. He's stoking the fire. The Ace house cleaners, tent cleaners. That's the main one there with the mop in his hand.
That's the meanest one.
Yeah, Chigger Gulch tent cleaners.
Gotta do our toiletry item thing.
Yeah, got to do the domestic chores. Loaded down. Load his truck down, not here. He's not loaded. I don't think. Tent cleaners are still at it.
Crawdad style, pinchers.
Yeah, yeah. There's Jason. He's the official
Yours,
water
Brad?
pour.
Is this yours? Yeah.
What remains of the Chigger Gulch tent.
You'll put that over there, Jason. Here, Bear. Go on, just pull it. There we go.
I would have helped you boys, but I'm designated as the official cameraman.
There you go. Grab that right in the middle, man. That's the first you film. Stay. Back up. A little juicy on this thing. Huh? Yeah, it's real wet. Juicy on this down and all the way down. Huh? Quit moving this way. Dip that water around. Take it over and stretch out across the back of Brad's truck. Lay out here in the sun somewhere.
Yeah, just lay her out in the sun.
Right here.
Boys mashing the air out of the tent. So much hot air on top of it, I don't know if they'll ever get it out or
Look at
not.
there, they're marching in step.
There you go. No. Oh, is there? Oh, I didn't-
Yeah, the boys rolling the tent up.
You're getting hit up a little bit.
Well, we're hooked up and ready to go. There's two of the infamous hunters right there. They didn't get a deer. The one that got the deer is, where's he at? Can't find him.
He's hiding.
He's bashful.
There you come.
Yeah, there's the guy that got the deer right there.
There you go.
I know they said deer hunting. This is on my deer hunting film, but I got to get a picture of these two jackhawkers here.
Let me clear my throat before I can take the picture.
All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna add there's a couple of the big white hunters. Here it is.
Looks like we're gonna kill him with a knife today.
Yeah, it's 7:43 and they still ain't out in the woods. I don't know what's going on here. I think they've lost their enthusiasm. Either that or the cold weather's hit them in the rump.
What about that guy holding the camera?
Yeah, that goes for the old boy holding the camera too. Cousin Mo, he's stoking the fire. This is deer season 1997.
There he is heading off to the woods there.
All right, Richard. Franklin, he had a nature call right off the bat. He can't hunt for chitting. I mean, for going to the brush. I heard that buck snort.
We need to make it.
Up. Mud hole. If you don't believe that sucker's deep, you just look at there. Got a duck sitting on it. It's so deep. Oh shoot! There was a Jeep went in there a while ago, and he hadn't come up yet. Oh, we got a little bit of dignity down here, though. Look at there, what's hanging on the tree. Bring a little class to this camp. That shows we're not all heathens.
Spruce up the place a little.
Yeah, spruced it up. This is the way we deer hunt, right here. Yeah. I think that's the smartest one of the whole bunch, right here. Stand around that fire where it's nice and warm. There's one of the infamous white deer hunters standing right there with a cup in his hand. Yeah, he saw a big one this morning, he said. There's Jason, he could care less probably. Richard, he's getting ready to go to the house. Here's Camper. Here's a boat. There's Franklin's rig. Greg stayed in it last night. But old Frank stayed at David's grandmother's house. It was nice and warm. Yeah. There's Richard's little red blazer. Yeah. He went home last night too. He's fixing to go home now. There goes one of the Chigger Gulch construction crew workers going out to the site. It'll be a site. There's
Water line.
yeah. Crew here. I think that guy right there is the general contractor. He's the foreman of the group.
That's right. You get a line and I'll get a pole. We'll go fish the old mud hole.
Yeah. Trying to drain the duck pond here. There's the duck. Chigger Gulch construction crew. Wondering what in the world they're spending their tax dollars for. And here we got the stove man overhauling the cook stove.
Got spider problems.
Yeah, spiders have moved in. Frank's moving them out. Oh, there's always something going on around this camp. May not amount to much, but it's going on. Picture the elk here. There's a young bull over there. We're all over the hillside here. Hello there, Dobbin. Right down there or not? Now we're at Archie Buttram. Had a big chili supper.
Turn the humidistat up. Water should shoot out that back.
Supposed to be deer hunting.
Geyser. Then the fuel pump.
There's Archie.
And then turn it down and shut it off.
And
Put your
Mr.
line
Green
back on
from
there.
Ava.
But you need to change that pad.
Banker.
That thing will be black.
That lady was back to me is his Mr. Green's daughter-in-law. And that's the Miss Green there.
I thought you put them things. You know what I did? I bought one of them.
Fella that Archie works with, he got a big buck hanging out here on a tree today. Picture of the fireplace.
I've been off of 17
And
and a half.
I don't know who that guy is there.
Bobby?
Oh, there. Yeah, you're on Candy Camera.
You know what? I don't know why, but for some reason I don't know.
Paul Buttram.
They enjoy it.
You know what?
Fireplace.
Well, they took half of her tongue off.
That
She finally died anyway.
I ate a little bit of it, but I don't
Ava
watch
Mayer?
it. Why?
Barbara's
He's
Christmas
got
tree.
half.
It don't agree with me late at night.
Stairway.
That's what I heard.
Barbara's decorating for Christmas early because they're not going to be down here at the cabin.
Yeah.
He started
There,
there.
right above his back.
Wine.
Kitchen
How long
area.
you
I
know?
got a breast, I got over that.
How long you know?
I've been
Very good. Well, we are back at deer camp this morning after spending the warm night in Ava at the house. The only smart hunters of the bunch, right around the fire.
got that right.
That's Creek and Crack and Pop are telling about their aches and pains. Greg, that's Creek, Crack, and Pop. Greg, Frank, Richard, and Mo. Yeah, there they are.
Yeah, I watched it. I laid there and watched it on TV right there. He tell me what was taking place up there on the thing, and he wasn't watching that screen. He was watching another deal down there.
Anyway, yeah,
He
here's
wrecked
that.
that thing all the way up through there. Yeah.
Hey, there's Richard.
Mine too.
About 18 degrees this morning. It's kind of airish.
Hurts now. I rode the back of Leroy's.
His brother-in-law's little tent. This is the road runner right here. Greg didn't sleep in there last night.
Oh, big stuff, yeah. He said
400 yards.
400 or 450 yards.
Shot him in the back, he said.
Right in the back.
Yes, this is what we do best. The great white hunters. This is what we do best. The great white hunters. There's more bull shot right around that fire than there is deer shot in the woods.
Yeah. It's done too late.
Get a panorama shot of this layout. Uh-oh, what is that? That's a picture to add a little culture to this uncouth group. There goes a couple of them right there, going out to get them. Look out, deer.
Where you guys going?
Ornament on Scott's pickup. A mallard duck. He's lame on one side. You've heard of a lame duck. Well, right there he is. Jim operating on Franklin's thumb. He thinks he's got a piece of brass in there.
Crack.
Don't cut his thumb off now, Jim.
The crack staff of medical personnel
Yeah,
standing around.
Jim is a local anesthesiologist and a doctor combined.
He delivers babies. So.
Yeah.
This ain't his field.
I got a
Let's
sharper
try
knife.
that. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
What are you gonna do?
That's a hole down there, ain't it?
Well, it's late in the morning to trip Nancy today.
Yeah, we'll postpone this till in the morning. All right, there's the only thing Greg has seen with antlers on him.
With horns, yeah.
Yeah. He's got that 30-30 right on him. That's Barry's Razorback. He's got antlers. And filling up the lanterns. Getting ready for dark. We got to go out and hunt before we go and get any deer. Yeah, sign off for now. Our carpet. Cardboard carpet. Getting ready to break camp. Got one stick of wood left. It's time to go. Camp. Are there? What a group. A little 30-30 there. And the privy. We're gonna load the privy. That's where it all happens, right there.
Flush!
All right, Richard, he's trying to stoke up the fire to get it all burnt out.
Nope.
The Great White Hunters, another deer season is rapidly coming to a close. Never even drew a hair. Never popped a shell. That way you don't have to clean your guns. Take them home and oil outside and put them away. There the boys are, they're eating possum grapes. Frank's gonna eat enough to make his tongue sore. We're getting ready to strike this tent if it ever dries out enough.
They get bigger than this. Some of them. Mom, Dad, you grab the wood, pick in the balls here, bring them home, make grape jam, our grape jelly, and juice. Good. They good?
Field, it's got fish head on it. See that fish head right in there? See his eyeball and his gills and everything? Yeah. Back from visiting Bartle. You have a pretty good visit with her, Frank?
Yeah, pretty good, yeah.
How's she doing?
Oh, she's failing. She getting where she can't hear very good.
How old is she? Did she tell you?
She'll be 89 in April.
89 in April.
Yeah.
Well, I told Jim I thought she was about 88.
Yeah.
It's a tent. What's left of it?
Right. Seven.
7. Coming to a close.
Yeah, I know.
Water on the fire. Go pee on the fire and call the dogs and go to the house.
Hasta la vista, baby.
See you next year. Yeah. We'll all meet again next year, I guess, at the same place, same time, same channel, same station. WJJD, Chicago 3, Illinois, signing off the air. Get a panoramic view of this magnificent layout in the Missouri Ozarks Mountains, a deer hunting camp, extraordinary, whatever. Extra alidocious.
So she could put her feet under your table anytime. You know?
Well, we're gonna we busted up camp, so we're gonna leave for now. Adios amigos, till next year. See you next year, Jim. Yeah.
Well, he's got a big rack.
The big bull elk. Belongs to Leon Combs. This is his elk ranch.
Antlers about 4 foot long each. Look at that rack.
Look at that.
Gee whiz, look at that rack, Ray.
He's got a right to whistle, hadn't he?
Boy, he does.
He's got something to whistle about.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fat.
He's a big something.
Look at that.
Isn't that something?
I've got him run up real close, Frank.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It must be in a spring or a mud hole down there or something.
Now that spring.
Yeah, that's got to be a spring right down there. My God. Wow-wee.
Look at that.
Isn't that a big sucker? That's that little trees on it. Oh, no, that.
There's bodacious. Man alive, isn't he something else?
Isn't that something? That rack is just a chore for him to carry around.
Yeah, it is. Look at that.
Isn't that something?
Come on, Bo, take me on.
Before opening day of deer season, 1998. There's our fox fire. Eating brownies, drinking coffee. He's one of the great white hunters. And there's Richard, he's got a big old mushroom. He's out mushroom hunting. This is Chicker Gulch, 101 Chicker Gulch. There's the dune buggy. We got her down here this year. We didn't have it last year. Got his saw hung up.
Got it, Joe.
He's cutting up a little firewood. He's one of the great white hunters. The termites are working on that tree. Look here what he done. cut that old tree all up. Got enough wood here to do us all week. Oh boy. Very resourceful deer hunter. Had to work at each John Fred turbo charged chainsaw. Look at him go. He's in there really getting it. Blazer, grazer. Mushrooms home with him. Cook those dudes. Look at there. Boy, ain't them nice? That's fall mushrooms. Bull shot. Right here, there's more bull shot here than there is deer in the woods.
That's where the big deer's killed.
Yeah, all the big trophy bucks are shot right here. There's the buzzard's nest. Frank just drug it up. Up. Oh, that's just the dune buggy there. We're fixing to go for a little tour here and see what we can see for our deer hunting excursion. There's one of the main hunters right there, closing up camp for a little while. Well, there's Cousin Mo there. He's adding to the buzzard nest. Stoker in the fire. Thought I'd get a little shot of this camp here before dark. Out here gathering sticks. It's going to get cold weather. The old hogs are carrying in sticks. Franklin and I did today. Franklin did the biggest part of it. Took that old down tree, split her all up. The termite.
Yeah, termite. Winter's wood. They're hunting wood.
Yeah, hunting wood. It's in their face when they think about it. The only thing is they don't think about it very often. Chef Boardee, he's in there making the chili for tonight. He's the one that taught Chef Boardee everything he knows. Fine layout, I tell you, boys, you can't beat that.
This coffee's good and hot if anybody wants any, because I'm going to dump it here in a minute.
I don't do that. I'll be and get me a cup.
And get that coffee.
There's Bowie doing his yard work. Yeah, doing his yard work. What do you think of that broom? He's a chief, what do you call it, gardener?
No, I'm a, what do you call them, janitors? I'm a custodian engineer.
Custodian engineer. Now the chef, he's happy. You can hear him whistling. Room.
Yeah, it would be a compliment.
We made a little run on it today. Took her down in the brush. The only difference between the man and the boy is the size of his toys. Another custodian, he's the main boiler operator. He's carrying in the fuel. He's a boiler engineer.
Fuel that boiler. Fire that boiler. Oh my.
I'm designated cameraman. That's the reason I get out all this physical labor.
Yeah, somebody's got to do that terrible job.
Oh yeah. custodial engineer at work. 101 Chigger Gulch. Population 15 in season.
And it's just like the lens is closed.
Yep.
You touch a button, it'll show record.
Yep.
But it ain't done nothing.
First day of deer season.
Lens won't even
Going in and out.
Not a shot fired, but there's plenty of bull being shot right around this fire. Best, right there when we're deer hunting. No deer shot, but a lot of bull being shot right around the fire.
What happens is
Bill Bone and his boy.
that's a display.
It's the old folks club.
The stuff where the letters are at, that's one like
Back at the deer camp. Been to Ozark and back.
You know what that Greg called me, and he never said a word.
We got Judy down here enjoying the evening.
Word about, he just said one thought I just. Hey, and I started calling mom.
He got that one right up behind the house and brought it back down here to deer camp to show the boys what a deer looks like. Mechanicing on the dune buggy. He is enjoying the scenery.
Part around that old deer and handle it, had his hands in there.
Yeah. I taught him different than that.
Up there's Archie, his birthday. This is deer season. The first day.
64 years old.
64 years old.
Actually, he's just 2 years and 5 months older than I am. 2 years and 5 months, Daddy. I thought he was older than that. I thought we were more different than
Coming to
that.
Kansas City and then coming on down to West Plains. And there's a little town in the state of Washington, about 1,000 population.
He's 64, my brother. Spoon, just spit your mouth. Now, here's somebody.
But they want to know if I'd go get the truck and bring it back, and yeah, I'll bring it back. About 300 miles. Find something to do. When I tell them, there ain't nothing I can't do. Right here. That's what I tell them.
Yeah, that was whenever I was through there, you know.
Picture.
Before then.
And the ones that run through back then,
Boy, here it is, second day of deer season, and we're getting ready to bust up camp. There's two of the famous white hunters right there. The only thing they're hunting is a fire and something to eat. There's Mike. He's just got back in, warming his old squaw blanket up. There's that mud hole. The Chigger Gulch Street Department didn't have to drain it this year. It didn't rain enough to drain it. There's Mike's little car. Jim Dunn's rig. There's Sarah Joe's little car. And there's the tent. That's where everything happens, right in there. There's Franklin's car, truck rather. Mine, and there's Brad's. And there's Richard's. The kitchen. What do you think about it, Chef?
I think it's a hell of a mess. I mean a mess.
I had a Dodge, and I even talked at the Dodge agency in 2 different towns. It was an older car, but excellent condition, been paid for some time.
There's a fella doing what he does best here, deer hunting. The old chimpanzees eating peanuts and filberts.
Appreciate the call this morning.
Good.
It's 8:45. We're on the way to news at 9. And of course, Matt Moyer countdown the top 20 tunes in the Ozarks.
Mo just got through down in a big chunk of pecan pie. Mike had a big chunk of pecan pie.
Okay.
Now there's 6th grade kids are not, monitoring the smaller kids. At our school, we do have school monitors.
Buggy in its garage. 5-cylinder dune buggy. Mo overhauled it. Killed a cylinder.